Oh, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from our family to yours.
Well, hello there. Just wanted to say Happy Christmas again. It is Christmas Eve. So excited. Yeah, so we've had Christmas Eve is upon us already. The time is flying by, isn't it? It's we just had the 21st of December, which was the shortest day. And from now on, everything is going to seem a lot brighter. The evenings will start to draw out a bit. We won't really notice it because it's only a minute or two every day. But we're on the upward slope now to better times, and hopefully this next year will be much better. Although this year has been a financial nightmare for me, what with being out of work for so long, and then having to play catch up for all those months, and of course I lost my father. But on the plus side, YouTube for me has been absolutely fantastic. I've met so many new people. I don't want to call them subscribers or followers, so I'll just call them friends. Oh, a big crowd there. Yeah, I just want to call them friends. I've got friends now in Australia. Some of these Australians are up to their knees in crocodiles. Some of my other followers, Canadian followers, are up to their knees in snow, I would imagine by now. And I've got followers in America. I've got 3 cycling buddies in America. I've got people in New Zealand that follow my channel. And I've got people in Spain, Italy and France that follow me as well. So I have met quite a lot of people. And some people have actually taken to writing emails to me, which is all greatly received and much appreciated. And it does feel like the channel is growing a rather nice community of nice people. I've met some really horrid people as well. Some of the Balfidians that have attacked me and done this, that and the other. And then there's that Zulu warrior who tried to dox me. Some of these people are the lowest of the low, but everyone that seems to follow my channel are really decent people, with high standards. So what's new for the channel? What am I going to do with my channel now? I only started it really to do stuff about bicycles, and I never really expected to do a vlog on a regular basis, and I never really expected it to take the camera on board boat. So that's something new. It's all very interesting. Like I said, if you look at my bio, the About Me section, it does say that that I've got varied interests, and that's what you're going to get. You don't know what you're going to get tomorrow. Hopefully, if Sarah gets a couple of days off before I go back to sea, I'll get out and get some pictures with the dog and stuff like that. He's inside chewing on something at the moment. So we're getting everything ready for our Christmas. I've got to take the meat out of the fridge in a minute. In fact, I've got an hour before. That's my instructions, was to take the meat out of the fridge an hour before. At 12 o'clock. I've got to take the meat out of the fridge at 12 o'clock, and that should all be defrosted for Christmas Day. We've got the goose in the freezer. Like I said, where I live now in Hull, it's a tradition to have the main meal on Boxing Day. I think it comes from the mining communities where I don't know whether the miners would come out the mines exhausted at midnight on Christmas Eve, and they probably needed the heating to warm up the bathwater to clean them off. But I mean, I don't know. It's all in the ancient past now. But what we tend to do here on Christmas Day is to open all the presents and have cold meats and pickles. So what Sarah's planning is she wants to roast a gammon joint, which we'll carve up tomorrow, and then we'll cook the bird on Boxing Day. The mother-in-law's coming round on Boxing Day, father-in-law as well. They're coming round to have their goose, because they bought the goose. This was rather nice of them. I suppose it's only fair, really, that we share the costs now. There's lots of things going on in the newspaper about people asking their relatives to contribute to the meal, which under this day and age, I think it's only fair, really. Whether you ask them or not, or whether they volunteer, is a different matter. But my mother-in-law was very good. She volunteered to pay for the goose. We never asked for a penny from them, but that she bought the goose, so that was rather nice. Sarah's made her first ever Christmas cake. Her mother's just had a heart valve replaced, so she hasn't really been up to much just lately. So Sarah's taken on the role of making the Christmas cake, and of course it's all soaked with brandy. So that'll be nice. We're getting ready, and obviously I've got the dog a couple of presents, so I'm going to probably wrap those tonight. Let him unwrap them and make a mess in the living room. We makes a mess in the living room anyway. That's because we spoil him, I think. But anyway, so that's it's getting on for 7.5 minutes. There was something else I was going to say as well. Now I'll just turn you off and then restart. Oh yes, that was what. Health-wise, getting older now. Like I say, I'm 58 years old, and life is getting a little bit harder. I think when you get to a certain age, your health starts to deteriorate, and you need to start taking care of yourself. Now, I've never really stopped to think about my own self. If I go out anywhere, I will never buy myself a coffee on my own. But since I've been with Sarah, she takes care of herself. When she goes out, she feels hungry, she'll buy something. If she feels thirsty, she'll get a drink. Whereas me, I would struggle on until I got home. So anyway, this bout of pneumonia has kind of brought it all home to me. I've been to see my doctor. Eventually, after a week of telling them that I had pneumonia, I've actually got to see my GP, and he's arranged for other tests. I've done blood tests. I've got to go back in again for another blood test next week. And of course, being over 50, it's a good idea to have your prostate checked as well. This is one of those things that affect men. So I've had a prostate exam. It's not something that I enjoyed, but I do thoroughly recommend that anyone over the age of 50 should have a prostate exam, because you never know. It's better if you catch these things early. There are drugs and things out there that can help if you have a problem with your prostate. But if you're worried about it, don't worry about it. It's not. Yes, it's very, very, very intrusive, but it's not the end of the world, and it's done and dusted within 5 minutes, and you'll have peace of mind knowing that you're okay. I've also got new diabetic drug as well. I was just waiting for that to be delivered through pharmacy to you. Well, I don't think I'm going to get that until the new year. So that'll be something to start on. But the doctor, silly doctor, has only issued me with 2 of these injectable pens when I'm going to need about 18 to last me my voyage. Unless, of course, they can make these pens larger. But then again, but he's only issued me with 2. He's given me 10 days to last me a 30-day voyage. So I don't know whether to start the new medication and then run out and then restart it again when I come back, or just wait until I come back and restart it then. But yeah, anyway, so that's what's happening with me at the moment. This journey of life. Things start to get a bit serious when you get over 50. So yeah, I think I'm going to start taking a bit more care of myself. Although I do eat properly, I try not to eat too much. I have lost a lot of weight. I've lost 13 kilograms since this time last year. So yeah, the weight's coming off slowly, and I do feel a lot fitter for it. The only thing is, I think I need some vitamin B12. Is something I really need to think about, start taking. That should help cure my tiredness and my fatigue, and some of the other, issues that I probably have is vitamin B12. But I'll leave that to the doctors. I'll go and talk to them and see what they say. I've got this blood test next week, and then I'll go back to sea on the 4th. I don't know where we're going actually, because the boat's in dry dock at the moment. Well, actually, I think the boat's coming out of dry dock today. So then it will come back. It will probably go lay by on a berth just outside the dry dock for a couple of days, just to do the things that they can do outside of the dry dock, and then it will go back to Lowestoft and do some more repairs there. So I think that there's not going to be any survey work for me when we go back. We're going to be alongside in Lowestoft while they do a lot of repairs. The boat's 20 years old, and it needs a lot of work doing. But unfortunately, a lot of the stuff on board ship is redundant. It's what's the word? Everything is so old that it's been replaced by new things which are now no longer compatible. You can't just simply swap these things out anymore. Because the fittings are different, the dimensions are different, the sizes are different. I'm pretty certain that the manufacturers do this on purpose. Really, so you imagine you've got a pump that's this big, and then to get the spares for that pump, you need a bigger, because they've just changed the design and made it more efficient. So instead of it now being this big, it's now this big. So trying to get it in between the pipes means you've got to take the pipes out, shorten the pipes, and fit it into a larger space, or vice versa. In some cases, the pump space is a lot smaller, but the pipe work doesn't stretch, so you're going to have to elongate the pipes, which or if you ever looked into under the plates on a ship, there are millions of pipes, and there's many curves and twists and turns, and it's just an absolute nightmare. So that will be fun going back. There'll be a lot of fitting, I would imagine, a lot of things to do. It's just crazy. Even the spotlight on the back end of the boat, there's a massive great spotlight, and I've was working on that a few times. you fix one part of it. This thing was an automatic spotlight that tilted up and slewed sideways. Anyway, that broke down. Every time I repaired one part, another part would break down, and another part would break down. Of course, they won't let you just go and buy all the new internals. It's just fix that bit for now, and we'll see what happens. And because they just don't want to spend the money, which is which is always the way, isn't it? With shipping companies, they don't want to spend the money. They would rather use a plaster on a leaky pipe than having it repaired properly, and it never works out. But anyway, I digress. So it's just rabbiting on. Yeah, I said it, rabbiting on. And I also waffle on as well. And I've waffled on now for a good few minutes, about 15 minutes altogether, I would imagine. What I'm planning to do is I'm going to do another little vlog tomorrow. Just a quick one to see how you all are, and show you some of the new things that we've got. Maybe show you a couple of dog toys as well in the living room, because the dog likes these toys. But anyway, so I hope you all have a happy Christmas tomorrow. Don't get too drunk tonight, because you're going to get very drunk tomorrow. And if you're not getting drunk, well, I'll have a drink for you. I bought myself a bottle of gin and some flavoured tonic waters. So we'll see how that turns out. Looking quite forward to having a couple of gins tomorrow. And I bought some beers as well. My Black Sheep beers. I'm a fan of Black Sheep Brewery. I've got a selection box, which I bought myself. It was a bit of a treat for Christmas, so that'll be exciting. It's in the hallway. Better bring it outside and stick it in the cool air out here. Chill it down a bit. Anyway, so tomorrow morning it's going to be mulled wine, or Bucks Fizz, depending on what Sarah wants. She loves her Bucks Fizz, and that's really not very strong, is it? Bucks Fizz. But I should be doing the mulled wine as well. So probably, as we're cooking breakfast, toast, or I think we've got some bacon. Yeah, we might do that. Anyway, so we'll have a mulled wine with our toast, and then have a Bucks Fizz as we're opening up the parcels. So that'll be exciting, won't it? So anyway, so that's it. I've waffled on for far too long. Anyway, so I'll catch you all on the next one. Bye then.
These videos are so dreamy. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to click the notification bell.